Hey guys, Kings on Fanboy here, and welcome back to another video. It's that time of year again where coaster enthusiasts take a step back at their coaster counts and the coasters they've ridden for that year and start ranking them. So today I'll be throwing at you my top 15 favorite roller coasters in the entire world. Before this video begins, I would like to say that everything on this list is just my personal opinion. My opinion may be different from yours, or maybe you agree with mine. I don't want to start an argument in the comments. If you disagree, you can feel free to disagree, but I would like to hear what you guys think in the comments below. What are your favorite coasters, and how do you think my coasters are ranked? And one more thing before we get into the list, I would like to look at some stats of this year's new coasters that I have ridden. Last year, 2021, I went to two new parks, Stricker's Grove and Kentucky Kingdom, and I rode 13 new coasters. Those coasters are Storm Chaser, Lightning Run, T3, Kentucky Flyer, Roller Skater, Thunder Run, Tsunami, Gemini Red, Woodstock Express, Iron Dragon, Wicked Twister, Tornado, and Teddy Bear. So now that we got all of that out of the way, we can finally jump into the list and see what my top 15 favorite coasters in the world are. Alright, kicking off this list with number 15, we have Banshee at Kings Island. This is a B&M invert that opened in 2014. This ride is just so much fun. Some people may not like the vest restraints, but I think if you sit in the vest restraints the right way, it doesn't affect the ride too much. This ride is so fast and so intense and forceful. If you want an intense ride, this is the ride you want to go to at Kings Island. It is just so much fun. I try to ride every time I go. It usually doesn't have too long of a line, but it's just such a fun ride that I love getting on every time I go to Kings Island. At number 14 is Gemini at Cedar Point. This is an aerodynamics hybrid coaster that opened in 1978. This ride is so much fun. I am a sucker for old aero coasters, and Gemini is no exception to that. It is such a fun ride. It is not even that rough. It has some spots where you can get insane ejecta airtime, and I just absolutely love this ride. When I heard those rumors that Cedar Point can be removing this soon, that just really hurts me. I really hope they don't remove this thing. It's just such a good ride at Cedar Point. At number 13 is Millennium Force at Cedar Point. This is an Intamin Giga Coaster that opened in 2000. This was the world's first Giga Coaster, and this ride is honestly really good. Some people like to call it Millennium Forceless, but I think it had some great forceful moments on the ride. Yeah, it doesn't pack a lot on the airtime front, but overall it's pretty intense with the height, speed, and then the intensity. It does make it a really good ride, and then it also looks phenomenal at night with those lights shooting at the supports. So overall, I think this is a really good ride, especially with those T-bar restraints. You feel very open, and I really love them. Overall, it's a really great ride. Really happy Cedar Point has this one, and I love just that height and speed. At number 12 is Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point. This is an Intamin Strata coaster that opened in 2003. This is the world's first Strata coaster, and this ride is absolutely phenomenal. I love this ride so much. You shoot from 0 to 120 miles an hour and up that 420-foot top hat in around just 30 seconds, and it is absolutely phenomenal, especially with those T-bar restraints, the same ones Millennium Force has. You feel so open, and you feel like you're just going to fly right out of the ride. It is absolutely incredible. And the view at the top of that top hat over Lake Erie is absolutely phenomenal. At number 11 is the Racer at Kings Island. This is a PTC racing coaster that opened with the park in 1972. This ride is absolutely phenomenal, especially with the retrack they did over the 2020 season. It is incredible. It has a lot of airtime. The Gravity Group prefabricated track absolutely gives you insane floater airtime, and even the original hills that are still on the ride give you some janky ejector jackhammering airtime, which I absolutely love. This coaster is such a classic, has so much history behind it, and I absolutely love it. Kicking off the top 10 is Flight of Fear at Kings Island. This is a Premier Rides LIM launch coaster that opened in 1996. This was the first LIM launch coaster, the first coaster to use magnets as a launch system, and this coaster is absolutely phenomenal. I got a lot of rides during Winterfest on it. The theming on the ride is incredible, definitely the best themed ride at Kings Island. It is super intense, super fast, and you feel like you're going to hit every single one of those supports and track pieces if you get the lights on right at the end of the night. At number 9 is Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom. This is a Chance Hyper GTX that opened in 2003. I only got two rides on this in the morning, so it may not have been running the absolute fastest, but it was still absolutely incredible. I got some great airtime, especially on those last few hills and on that first drop. So I think this ride is absolutely incredible. Definitely have to get back down to Kentucky Kingdom and ride it when it has warmed up a little bit more throughout the day. At number 8 is Maverick at Cedar Point. This is an Intamin Blitz coaster that opened in 2007. This coaster is absolutely incredible. The launches are very intense, even the one going up that lift hill, going over that 95-degree drop. I think it's absolutely incredible. Has so much airtime. It's super intense. My last ride on it wasn't the greatest ride I've got on it, so I had to bump it down a little bit, but it was still a great ride, and you have to get on it if you go to Cedar Point. At number 7 is Diamondback at Kings Island. This is a B&M hypercoaster that opened in 2009. This ride is absolutely incredible. You get so much floater airtime going every single one of those hills. The B&M clamshells allow you for so much room, and they're very, very comfortable. And the splashdown at the end of the ride just provides such a great visual for everyone on the pathways. You can get some really cool shots of this ride. And at those night rides, you feel like you're just flying over the trees like a bird at night. It's just incredible. At number 6 is Magnum XL 200 at Cedar Point. This is an Aero hypercoaster that opened in 1989. This is the world's first hypercoaster, and this ride is absolutely incredible. Over the 2021 season, I was able to ride in the Magic Sheet, Car 1, Road 3, and get absolutely incredible airtime going every single one of those hills. You get absolutely flung out of your seat, and I absolutely love this ride. It is historic. It is incredible. It provides an awesome ride experience, and it is phenomenal. Starting off the top 5 list is Orion at Kings Island. This is a B&M Giga Coaster that opened in 2020. It is absolutely incredible. Some people like to trash on it for being a short ride, but I think the length is fine. It is absolutely awesome. It is smooth, tall, fast, intense, and provides some great airtime experiences. The light package on the ride is absolutely phenomenal. The theming around the ride is incredible. How they revamped X-Base into Area 72. Everything about this ride is absolutely incredible. At number 4 is the only defunct coaster on this list. It's Vortex at Kings Island. This was an aerodynamics custom looper that opened in 1987, and this ride was absolutely awesome. I loved this ride so much. You got so much hang time and intensity going through every single one of those inversions. In the back row, you got absolutely flung out of your seat and thrown right back down. Is the most intense moment of ejector floater mix that I have ever gotten on any roller coaster ever. I miss this ride a lot. I hope Kings Island can honor it in a new way with a new coaster they add there. But overall, I absolutely loved it. I actually loved this ride, and that's why it is at number 4. And number 3 is Storm Chaser at Kentucky Kingdom. This is an RMC hybrid that opened in 2016, and this ride is absolutely incredible. The barrel roll drop is unlike anything I've ever experienced. You get so much hang time on it while also picking up so much speed. Every one of these hills produced insane airtime, and that trick track double up absolutely flings you out of your seat. It is one of the most intense moments of ejector airtime I've ever gotten. It is absolutely incredible, and you can just marathon this thing over and over again. Not a lot of people seem to go to that part of the park, so you can just get on and get right back on. At number 2 is the Beast at Kings Island. This is an in-house built wooden coaster that opened in 1979, and this ride is incredible. It is my favorite coaster at Kings Island. Everything about this ride is incredible. I love how rough it is. I love how long it is. I love the night rides. I love the train design. Everything about this ride is incredible and screams classic wooden coaster. I love the roughness. The roughness really adds to the out of control feeling of the ride, and that's why I'm kind of upset about the retracking. I'm scared it won't feel as out of control as it does currently. But overall, this ride is absolutely phenomenal. I'm really interested to see how this retrack goes, to see if it makes it smoother, if I have to drop it. Hopefully, I don't have to drop it in my rankings because I absolutely love this ride. And of course, at number 1 is Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point. It's an RMC Hyper Hybrid that opened in 2018, and this ride is absolutely phenomenal. The pacing on this ride is incredible. When you hit that brake run, you feel like you're still going the same speed you got going off that first drop. Each one of these hills provides incredible floater or ejector airtime, and each one of the inversions gives you super intense hang time without losing any of the speed that you've been having. So it feels like a weird mix of going through it fast while also feeling upside down at the same time. It is such an incredible ride, and this is a must-do for every roller coaster enthusiast. Well, that's all for this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I would like to hear what you guys think in the comments below about my list. What are your favorite roller coasters? Is your list similar to mine? I would love to hear all of that down in the comments below. So again, I would like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!